What's up, and welcome to the Arthur Moats Experience. Of course, I'm Arthur Moats, and it's time for another prime time vibed out show the way that we always do. Hit the like button on the front end. Don't forget to subscribe either. Shout out to each and every one of y'all rocking out on the late night, the evening vibe that we have taken on these past couple of weeks. And like we said, man, is the plan as we continue to get into the heart of the off season. Oh, I'm excited though, man. Definitely excited because, like I said, man, we got plenty to discuss, man. We had obviously the NFLPA drop their report cards. Ooh. Yeah, not so many good grades as it pertains to black and gold, but we'll get to that. Omar Khan, shout out to the boss man, the GM, head honcho, down at the NFL Scouting Combine, spoke to the media, or more importantly, spoke to Steelers Nation Radio, Steelers Audio Network. Shout out to the gang and them. But gave us some nuggets that we obviously got to react to, man. Spend a little time with as well. And then on top of that, we actually have the combine. It's actively happening. They will actually be getting onto the field tomorrow, if I remember correctly, to start some of the testing, man. Some of the bench press running and events like that. So definitely excited about that. But more importantly, since the guys are at the combine, we've been getting information about who the Steelers have been meeting with. Pretty interesting. Couple of names that have come out that could potentially be first round targets for us as well, man. So definitely excited to chop it up about all of those guys. And of course, man, at 9:00, we should be joined by the homie TG, Terence Garvin, current defensive coordinator of Norfolk State University. And more importantly, Pittsburgh Steelers alum. You know what time we on, man. So definitely got to talk to him, man. Chop it up. Will be a good vibe, man. But hopefully everybody out there had a good weekend, man. Or not even weekend, man, because I guess we were just in here talking. It was that 2 days ago, Monday, right? It felt like the weekend today because I literally did nothing. All right. Wifey got on me the other day. She was like, hey, look, babe, I know you know, big bad media man, and you on this like retirement / Bush retirement. You gonna bully it and be dominant, just as dominant as when you were playing now in your second career. But she was like, hey, man, you ain't got to be, trying to work all the time. So I took her advice and, I ain't going to hold you, man. After recording them, those episodes with Tyler and Dom, right? Shout out to Tyler and Dom, man. We obviously got fresh content from them. If y'all like those videos, man, make sure you hit the like button on that content as well. We will be getting more and more of that type of stuff, man, where I'm rocking out with those dudes, man, talking about specific topics. We were talking Danny Dimes and Najee Harris specifically with those guys. But wifey said, she was like, yo, man, hey, man, don't be overdoing it now. Don't be working too hard. And I was like, you know what? I said, you're right. I said, I have already retired. So I had to take a step back, man, and just kick it a little bit. So, yeah, today has for certain felt like the weekend. And, tomorrow will feel like the weekend as well, man. I think I'm just making the weekend the whole week, all right? That's the vibe I'm on right now, all right? I'm just throwing it out there. But shout out to my lifters. Shout out to the people that's out there getting it in. Health is wealth. Remember that. So I do see the homie Rod Dollar said it was leg day today. So salute to the homie with leg day. I was over here getting my back big. It was an upper body day. I ain't gonna hold you, man. I was on chest, man. Chest, biceps, little traps, little triceps. So, it was a good little vibe, man. But I feel extra like. That's why I put the white tee on, man. Wife was looking at me all sideways in the kitchen like, hold on, man, what you got going on today? I was like, hey, girl, hit them biceps. You know what time I'm on. Shout out to the homie Shay Z. Also rocking. I said he finally made it to a live, man. That's crazy. Salute to you being here, man. So salute to you, man. But yeah, man. So, like I said, it was a vibe. It's been a good little situation we had going on, man. But yeah, AJ Martinez, I'm with you. I do feel like every day is leg day as it pertains to Rod Dollar. I mean, I feel like every time you pop up, it was leg day. I'm like, bro, we just did leg day. Now, leg day was on Monday. We do leg day at the front of the week. How many leg days you got? But I like it, though. I like it. Shout out. He said, yo, we ain't gonna forget about that foundation, all right? Respect on that one, man. But yeah, y'all gotta let me know, man, what was y'all getting into, man, the past 48 hours since the last time we've been on, man? We've been chopping it up. Shoot, I was over here, like I said, man, doing my staycation, getting off the grid. Wifey said chill, so I've been chilling. We was watching Catfish, the old TV show. I'm still shocked that the show was still going on. I thought Catfish was done after Manti Te'o. It's like, yo, it's still happening, bro. I was watching the TV show. I'm like, yo, is that Neve? It's like, yo, Neve, bro, it's crazy. So shout out to Catfish, all right? That's what you do nowadays when football season's over. You just sit around the house, watch Catfish all day, all right? Me and wife are like two old folk. That's what we do. I love it, though. Who was the gang up to, man? Let me see what y'all was getting into, man. And if not, what are y'all currently up to, man? We could do it either way, but let's get it in on the front end of this day, baby. Okay, Jamie Carlo said, chilling, researching and keeping the eyes on the chat. Now, shout out to the research gang. If you know, you know. Yeah, definitely been enjoying the research, man. I've been feeling like a little Bob Marley walking around the house, man. So it's definitely been a good little vibe, man. Heck yeah. Berg City, 6-time champion, says, Sir Moats, looking great. Lose the weight, not the research. No, that's facts on that, man. You want to stay slim, nice and lean, but keep that little, keep a little muscle on you. But at the same time, though, man, like I said, man, have that nice balance. But research always helps, man, especially with the recovery too. All right, so shout out to that one. Let's see. Jay Farrell said he out there job hunting. I'll salute to you on your ground, on your grizzly, man. I love that right there, baby. Love that. Never too cool, never too old, or never ever too young to go get you some of that paper, baby. All right, so always stack it when you can, stack it. And yeah, AJ Martinez, I don't know what we going on with them commercials. You got to take that up with YouTube. They be like, hey, promote YouTube Premium. I'll be like, man, I don't want to promote YouTube Premium. If they don't want the commercials, they'll get the YouTube Premium. I ain't promoting YouTube Premium. Premium costs a little bit. I know what time it is, man. Trust me, I ain't tripping. X Concept said he's finishing up them taxes. All right. But the research is helping him focus at least. Nah, see, that's what I'm talking about, man. It can give you a little bit of that hyper focus element. And John L is cooking some dinner, tuning into the live. Now, shout out to you. Hopefully, you get something good, all right? Wifey made us little pesto pasta with some chicken, and that thing was absolute fire. Chef's kiss. I threw the Italian music on, so I'll be DJ Moats in the house, all right? I got all dinner vibes. I'm playing music. Every. So just let me go, all right? Let me cook. But with that being the case, man, I do see y'all pulling up in the building, pulling up to the function on a Wednesday, right? Not a Monday. Take it back to old L Bell. If y'all remember that, huh? Drop a like. Hey, drop it in the comment too, man. If you remember this one, old L Bell. Every day's a Wednesday. He had another hit during that time frame. Drop it in the comment if you know what it was. But shout out to y'all. X Concept says YouTube Premium, but they still shadow ban you. Oh no, see, I don't be wanting no shadow ban. I don't want no problems with nobody. I just be trying to stay out the way, drop some content, man. All right, that's all I be trying to do. Shoot, but like I said, man, we do got plenty that we are going to discuss today. So. Oh, there it is. Heather Dope remembers. She said, yo, Shrimp Bayless. Yeah. Every day's a Wednesday and we had Shrimp Bayless, baby. Yeah. Hey, what a time, man. What a time. Shout out to L Bell. Shout out to the gang. And shout out to Heather Dope right there on that one, man. Love it. All right, so let's do it like how we normally do. Y'all already know the drill. Drop it in the comment section where you are tuning in from. So that way we can give you those big boy shout outs to start today's show. And of course, don't forget to hit the like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Yeah, X Concept says Shrimp Bayless was a great era. It was, man. What a time, man. Jeez. Let's see who we have in the building, man. We got Leah Warren tapping into 254 Khalid, Texas. Salute to you as well. Heather Dope, we shouted her out on the front end in the 717 Central PA, holding us down. Shout out to Craig Ellis in the 717 Lancaster PA, heading to Denver, Colorado in the morning. Just be careful, because I know Peasy, and they shot him in Denver. You don't want none. All right, shout out, thank you. Phil being in Savannah, Georgia. Fellow grown 420 in the 352, San Antonio, Florida. Not to be confused with San Antonio, Texas. I'm with you, player. I'm with you. Buzz down all the way in San Fran. Shout out to the Bay Area. Area. And let's see, Jamie Carlo, all the way into 321, Melbourne, Florida. Baby, shout out to them Florida boys in the building. Shout out to the Florida boys. Oh, and I got Bay Bro in the building, and he has a big time lift meet coming up this weekend. Shout out to the little bro Camo Kid. Caught the live checking in from the Casa de 804 Colonial Heights, but he's always repping the 757, aka the crib. Love you, baby bro. You already know. John L in Morgantown, the 304 West Virginia. Mountain Mama, take me home. Old country roads. Hopefully I ain't butcher that. But Latham Miller's who I would end it with in the 954 Broward County. Shout out to Broward County and Psycholog. Justin Gordon, who's I'm gonna end it with because he's in West Adams, Los Angeles. Shout out to the 213 LA. And it just had me thinking about the homie Bron and Luke and how them boys got that big boy win the other night versus good old the joke. I was like, oh, hey now. All right, let me find out y'all can get buckets on the big boy. Play a little defense today. All right. It felt good. I know it's fool's go, but it felt good. All right. It felt real good. So shout out. And Jesse Sear said it was leg day as well. So shout out to the leg day gang. Shout out to the leg day gang. Y'all hit the like button one time with a friend. And don't forget to subscribe. Either if you're new to the channel, got a couple of supers that came in on the front end. So we will definitely tap into those real quick. All right. You got John Pickett on the front end showing some love. He says, what do you think a Jaire Alexander trade would cost? Now, shout out to Jaire Alexander. Man, off the front end. In terms of Jaire Alexander, what I think it would cost, let's see, he's 28 years old, 2 years left on his current contract, because we did talk about him a little bit on Monday's show when his name popped up. But what I would say is this, man, in terms of Jaire, because you still got to pay him 2 years, $37 million. That's what, 18.5 per year. And he was disgruntled with the way that it kind of was ending in Carolina, or ended in Green Bay the past season. Man, I'd like to send a fifth, and I'm take the contract on. That's what I'm thinking of it. Now, I don't know if they going to just settle for that, but they could be looking at it and say, man, we're going to clear the books in terms of getting the contract off the contract off of their hands, getting the savings, and then from there they get obviously the first round draft pick on expiring, or on a dude that's going into the final 2 seasons of his contract, and a guy who clearly was disgruntled and had not only himself pissed, but pretty much all of the Packers organization pissed off, man, the way my man was operating out there. But what I will say is the talent is undeniable. We did talk about that. When you look at the production throughout his career, when he's been healthy, when he's been available, the dude can flat out ball. So I do think if you're not going to take on all of that contract, the 2 years, $37 million, and clear it up for Green Bay, then yeah, you're going to have to talk a little bit higher in terms of draft compensation, thirds and fourths potentially, man. But I think if we're willing to take on the contract, which I think if you're a team that's looking to get a starting caliber cornerback, a man corner, a premier corner in this league, then yeah, you say, man, I'll pay 18.5 for that type of production because I know what that dude can bring to the table. But like I said, to each their own as it pertains to that one, though. Because like I said, man, Jaire, the way he was operating last year, you just like, hey, bro, that's very toxic. That's locker room cancerous. He's going nuclear. And when you start seeing players go nuclear, it makes you real just hesitant to want to work with them or bring them into your organization, largely because of what the past has been. I mean, you look at guys like T.O., you look at guys like, I hate to say it, Ocho Cinco, but it's like, man, when you bring in these loud personalities or these guys that don't always, fall in line, it can wear on, the organization and those guys not get the grace that sometimes they truly do deserve or warrant in certain situations. So that is what I will say about Jaire. I think he is trending in more of that direction just based off what we saw last year. So I would be cautious about him. But with that being the case, though, he's still a heck of a player. All right. Shout out to Steelers Love joining the upper room. So Steelers Love, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And we got AJ Martinez being a rock star, like paying it forward like he always does. Gifted the upper room membership. So AJ Martinez, salute to you and to that individual. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, man. I seen some of y'all already bringing it up. We're going to get to it. Trust me, we're going to get to it. And when y'all like, what you talking about, most we're going to get to? Shoot, I'm talking about that NFLPA report card. Ooh, child. Ooh, spicy. We get to it. We'll get to it. I see you, Craig Ellis. We'll get to it, though. Alrighty, let me see who else we had in here. Dropping some supers off on the front end. I ain't gonna hold you. I like when y'all drop the supers off on the front end, all right? I'll be coming in here like, oh, all right. They in the building. They here with us today. So salute to y'all. All right. But we have Raymond Kane. He says, dang, Deke left without putting in the 2-week notice. That's crazy. Any sleepers we should be looking out for in the combine? Have you taken a look at Dylan Sampson, the running back from Tennessee? Should he be an option late? Shout out to the homie Raymond Kane, man. All love too, man. That's pertaining to the homie Deke, man. Like we said, man. Hey, man. Life's all right. You just got to roll with it. You just got to evolve. All right. That's just how it goes. Okay. So no hard feelings, no ill will. We wish the homie nothing but the best. All right. Now, for the rest of it. All right. Can we get to the rest of it real quick? Because I kind of like the rest of it more so than that part. All right. But as it pertains to sleepers in the draft, I guess depends on what you are classifying as a sleeper right now. But there are some names out here. I guess what I'll say is this, man. The way I'll classify sleeper is guys that maybe don't go in the first round, I suppose. But if I had to just name a couple of sleepers, right, in terms of interior D linemen, to me, Talik Williams, I like him out of Ohio State. TJ Sanders out of South Carolina, I think he's another one of those guys, big, long frame interior D lineman, could play up and down the scheme in terms of being a 1 technique, 3 technique, or 5 technique. So that means base or sub package, which is our nickel. He could play Cam Hayward, Larry Ogunjobi, or at some times could even do a Keanu Benton type role. I like TJ Sanders a lot. I think he's one of those natural and gifted pass rushers. I also think that he has a consistent rush plan. You know, when you talk about a consistent rush plan, what I mean is this. Some guys, man, they just line up and the ball snaps and they just run. They're just like, yo, I'm fast, just go forward as fast as I can. Others, it's like, I'm trying to set up a move. I'm trying to get there. So I'm going to do this to get you to go here, to lead you here, and then that's when I'm going to drop you off there. When I look at TJ Sanders, man, he's one of those guys that I feel like rushes the passer with a plan. He understands how to put moves together. And when you're watching him with his counters and stuff like that, man, he's just a real nimble dude. And I think he does an excellent job of slipping blocks. And I think he plays really well against the run. And that's the other part, because it's like, yo, I see him dominate versus the pass, but versus the run, he could be pointed at that guy. But I think he does an excellent job when you're talking about D-line stunts and movements, man, where he gets to cut through, splitting blockers and stuff like that. And he has extremely long arms. And I think that's another huge asset to his game that really helps him out a lot. So if I'm talking about a sleeper, I guess TJ Sanders falls in that category. So I would say him. And if not TJ Sanders, another sleeper D lineman, I would say at least Walter Nolan out of Ole Miss. I like him a lot. He's a little bit undersized compared to a TJ or some of these other guys that I've named in the past who are a little bit taller and stuff. But he's another one of those guys, positional flexibility. He could play the 1, the 3, the 5. So just like I said about TJ Sanders, he could play all of it, base or sub package. A little bit of a tweener from my eyes, though, when I look at just his body and how I think it shapes up compared to like the Cam Hayward types or even the Keanu Benton types. I just think that he's a little bit of a tweener. But I love his urgency. I love his motor. Oh, my gosh. Like, he wins with skill. He wins with strength because you watch him. He's like definitely a powerful guy. But I feel like his motor is very similar to when you watch TJ Watt. Like TJ, we already know is like super skilled, right? We know he has all the pass rush moves in the world. But TJ's motor also is a huge part of what makes him great. He plays so hard. He's so relentless that even if you happen to block him, he's going to be chasing this dude the whole time the play is going on, to the point where you just feel like, yo, it's 30 TJ Watts on the field. Walter Nolan plays with a similar type of urgency, a similar type of motor. And I think that that's going to be a huge asset wherever he lands. So he's another one of those guys. My only thing that I would say as a critique, I think that he does need to improve his hand usage. And that's partly why I have him down a little bit lower compared to some of my other interior D linemen that I have like ranked higher, the Kenneth Grants of the world, the Mason Grahams of the world, right? Those guys I have a little bit higher because of, I think they're more fundamentally sound. But Walter Nolan, though, man, like I said, the hand usage I think could be improved. And I just think that for his size, he could be more athletic when you're comparing him to the Mason Grahams of the world and the Kenneth Grants. I think those guys bigger play a lot. I think they're a little bit more athletic than Walter Nolan. But as a whole, I think Walter Nolan's a heck of a player. And I think that's why for me, I'm like, if we're considering those, guys sleepers, then I would say them. But to me, I'm like, yeah, I don't look at them as sleepers. I think that those dudes, man, should be known and should be talked about, and should be talked about a lot, because they're going to help somebody out. like I said, if they come to Pittsburgh, I think we would love them. I think if we end up having to play against them, yeah, it'll suck a little bit because those two dudes, man, they were productive in college, and I think that their game will translate to the next level, and they'll be productive players at this stage, man. So, like I said, man, those would be the two guys that I would say would be sleepers. And let me see. And in terms of Dylan Sampson, yes, I actually have talked Dylan Sampson. I'm actually a fan of Dylan Sampson, man. The dude could flat out ball. He's fast as heck. That's the one thing that jumped out to me watching him, his tape at Tennessee. To me, man, he's one of my big three running backs, right? When I'm talking my big three, the dudes that I'm like, yo, if I would just say Ashton Jeanty, we exclude, right? Because Ashton Jeanty, I don't put him in my running back category. I put him in a playmaker category. And that's the type of dude that I say, if you can get him in the first round and he's available to you, you strongly consider that, dang, with all these other rules and stigmatizations that we have as it pertains to running backs. But when I think of Dylan Sampson, I love Dylan Sampson, I love Amarian Hampton, and I love Caleb Johnson. Those are the three for me that jump off the screen that I feel if I'm moving on from Najee, they give me a great sense of comfort pairing them with a Jaylen Warren. I think that they're complete. I think that they all have home run speed, which is what I'm looking for. If I'm moving on from Najee, I want home run speed. Now, Amarian Hampton, he's probably the slowest of those three that I just named. But you can still make a case that he might be faster than Najee. And that's part of what we're saying. It's like, I want the upgrade in speed if I'm going this direction. So that so for me, that's why I would say that that Dylan Sampson, man, for sure, I like his game a lot. The one thing, let me go back to my notes on him as well, man, because yeah, that's what I was going to say. So the thing that I did also liked about him was I thought his vision was really good, man. In terms of when you're watching him in between the tackles, he finds the hole extremely well. And when he hits it, his long speed really shows. I don't think he was the most laterally quick. You know what I mean? Because like when you look at some of these other guys, man, obviously we know Ashton Jeanty, he's premier, he's top notch, right? But Caleb Johnson, for example, when I look at Caleb Johnson, his short area quickness, I think that is a huge separation piece between him and Dylan Sampson. But with Dylan, though, like I said, his ability to take it to the house, that is undeniable. The other thing that I will say that you, at least for me, makes me hesitant on Dylan Sampson is his ball security issues. He did put that ball on the ground a little bit more than I would personally have liked. So I do feel like whenever I'm talking Dylan Sampson, I do have to say that. Otherwise, I'm selling you a dream. I'm telling you only half the story, and I'm not telling you this other part that does kind of go with him right now. But as a whole, though, man, I think that he's definitely a player, man, that would spice up our backfield. And if I'm pairing him with Jaylen Warren and whoever that third option is, right, the free agent other, I do feel like, man, this dude can help us out, man. So, like I said, I like Dylan Sampson, man. But I think he could definitely be an option for us late, man. I'm not hating that at all, man. Yeah, so I do like that. But shout out to you though, Raymond Kane. Shout out to you. I like that, man. Whenever we get a chance to talk some of them personnel, you know, them players, man. Yeah. And don't forget to hit the like button as well, man, if you're vibing out like how we always do. All righty. The homie AJ Martinez rocking out says, shout out to my baby girl Lexi on becoming a licensed manicurist. Shout out. I see you, Lexi. Salute to Lexi. Salute. He says, no more night school. Part-time job in the morning, college in the afternoon, and nail school at night. Criminal justice degree next. Man, let's go, man. Big up to Lexi. Big up to AJ Martinez. Y'all keep winning out there, man. Love to see that. And also, everybody, man, keep sharing your wins too, man. Wins are contagious. You know that, man. We want to keep stacking them in all areas of our life, all right? So make sure that you tell a friend when something good happened. And we don't hate, we big it up, all right? So salute to you, AJ, and big time salute to Lexi. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All righty. Flow grown 420. All the reporters for the Steelers want GP gone ever since he checked Alan Sanders. They haven't let it go since. Yeah, I remember the Alan Sanders thing, but at the same time, I don't remember the Alan Sanders thing. I feel like I don't be like tapped in all the way with like Alan Sanders the way that I guess everybody else be like all the way tapped in with Alan Sanders. But shout out the GP, man. Shout out the GP. I'm glad that he's here. All right, that's what I'm gonna say. How about that? Okay, they might not like him, but I like the homie. Shoot, I mean, you know what? Since we here, we'll go ahead and. Well, we do got a couple other supers that just came in, so I'm gonna hold off on it, but I'm gonna get to it in a second though, man, because GP about to come right back up. We're about to talk about him in a second, man. We got the homie John L joining the upper room, so shout out to John L and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed, and also my upper room members. We got content exclusively for you guys as well. Right now, all right, there is a Peyton Wilson Master Moats film session talking about some of the things that he did in his first playoff matchup, man. Pretty cool breakdown on him. At least that's what the comments are saying. So I think that y'all tell a friend to tell a friend. But upper room members, y'all got early access. It's actually been available to y'all past couple of days. So take advantage of it, all right? And those type of things will continue to happen more frequently as well for my upper room people out there. So salute to you all. Justin Gordon says, hypothetically, we pick third. Sanders and Cam go 1 and 2. Who do you take? If hypothetically I'm picking third in the draft and Shador and Cam Ward are going 1 and 2, I'm probably gonna go with Tetairoa McMillan. Give me the dope wide receiver, or actually, because you said 1 and 2 and I'm picking third, give me Travis Hunter. I'm gonna go with the athlete. Yeah. Give me Travis Hunter, man, and I'm going to make it work regardless of if I want him. You know, I'll figure out my plan with him. I think the plan that I would take if I was taking Travis Hunter, I'm going to figure out, all right, hey, all through spring, OTAs, mini camp, training camp, man, yeah, you playing both ways. We're going to see which one you like better, which one you just settle in better at, and which one you're just getting acclimated to. And then from there, man, at some point in that first 2 months of the season, I'm going to start shifting it one way or the other. If I'm seeing a little bit more production or a little bit more natural ability to play at this level on offense, well, I'm going to give him more offense reps. But I'm still going to give him some opportunities on defense, but I'm not going to have him starting both ways. That I won't do. But that would be my approach, man. If, like I said, I'm picking third and you said Shador and Cam Ward are gone, yeah, give me Travis Hunter, man. Give me Travis, all right? I ain't tripping on them, and you know, let the chips fall where they may. So yeah, I like that. But there are options though, man. Cause shoot, Ashton Jeanty, I'll be over here like, you know what? I don't hate taking the back end. Hey man, we pick it here. It's hypothetical anyways. Why not go get the best one? Go get the guy that can really light it up. We see how some of these backs have impacted franchises. We all saw Saquon. We also Derrick Henry. We see Bijan Robinson and the type of success that he's been having as well. I'm like, hey, bro, what if you was on a nice team, an actual good team? Saquon went from the Giants, where he was the nice person on the trash team, to the Eagles, and that man won a Super Bowl and went for $2K on him. So, yeah, man. I'll be over here like, you know what? I ain't tripping on all that at all, man. Shout out to Malvo Does It, showing a little love, joining the upper room. So, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Justin Gordon says, I forgot to exclude Hunter. All right. Because, yeah, I was like, yo, if you're going to take those two, then I'm going to just take Travis Hunter. But if we're taking Travis Hunter off and now I'm picking at 4, well, then, yeah, now I'm seriously thinking about Ashton Jeanty. I'm seriously thinking about Tetairoa McMillan. And based off of the talent alone, I'm thinking about Abdul Carter, because that dude is a flat out stud pass rusher. And if I got a chance to add at one of the marquee positions, it's like, hey man, I got some flexibility. All right. I ain't trying to move too much, but I could move something. You know what I mean? Like, it just gives me some opportunities to do certain things, get younger at the position, and change over the pay rate that's in that room for a little while. All right. But that's the hypothetical. All right. Shout out to them boys though, man. Shout out to them boys. All right. Gregory Collins in the building says, what's up, Moats? What about TJ Sanders, Texas A&M? No, man. Let me see. I actually have, unless there's 2 TJ Sanders, I don't know about the TJ Sanders from Texas A&M. Unless he transferred. I think he might have been there first before South Carolina. Let me just double check that real quick for you. All right. but I'm almost certain that that's the same dude, and that would have been exactly who I was just talking about. So it would have been all the way good, man. All right. Let me just triple check you. Oh, nope. All right. Guess not. Nope. All right. So you're saying it's a different one. No, I haven't checked that one out then yet. Nope. I will get up on him, though, man. I will figure it out, and we will talk about him, baby. For certain. Oh, quarterback. All right. No, I have not checked him out just yet, but will do. All right. Definitely will do. Okay. Oh. No. Okay. So we were talking about the same guy then. Okay, Greg Collins. We're talking about the same guy. Respect. All right. I was like, yo, I see a TJ Sanders that's from South Carolina. I'm very familiar with him. That's what I was talking about a little while ago. But I'm like, the other TJ Sanders that I had to just look up was quarterback at Texas. And I'm like, yeah, bro, I don't think we know about this cat just yet, man. All right. But no, I'm a fan of TJ Sanders. That was the guy that I was talking about to start the show, man, as one of my, I guess, sleepers in the combine, and obviously heading into the draft, man, because I do think with his size, his pass rushing ability, like the natural just knack for rushing, I think that is going to translate to this level really well. It was some parts of his game, man, where I was like, I can see a little bit of Cam in you, man. I see like how you think this thing through, and I like his game a lot, man. So yeah, he's definitely one of those dudes that I think we should be aware of, and hopefully he tests well, but not too well, so that way, you know, he work his way down to us, if that is the case. All right. Shout out, though. Shout out. We also got 12th Wonder. Shout out to 12th Wonder, man. Showing some love in the building. Appreciate you from the heart. And shout out to y'all also on a Wednesday night. All right. On a Wednesday show. Usually be hit or miss on Wednesdays. You know what I'm saying? But y'all in here on this Wednesday, man. Y'all rocking out. Y'all active. So salute to y'all. I see Steelers Girl 808 in the building. Hannibal in the building. Chris Hobson in the building. Bust Down in the building. 12th Wonder in the building. I mean, yo, we deep in the building today. All right. That's what I'm saying. Y'all deep. Give yourselves a hand clap. And the only way you do that is to hit the like button and to subscribe. That lets the algorithm know that y'all really rocking with the content the way that y'all rocking with the content. All right. Yeah, Corey Hewins, y'all deep in here tonight. For sure. And in the words of David Decker, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And I do see you still, man, fan. 1. But 12th Wonder. Oh, and did Don have Aquan says no school Wednesday. Shout out. I try to treat every day as no school. No school Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right. Shout out to no school. But shout out to the no schoolers out there, all right? And for the ones that do got to go to school tomorrow, man, y'all make sure y'all keep doing y'all thing. Boss up, all right? Boss up. But let's see. 12th Wonder says Moats was listening to DK earlier, and he was trying to make his case for Jaylen Warren as RB1. Tell me, do you only care about fumbles lost? Or do all fumbles matter? Bro had a weird defense. Jaylen Warren. I'm not. Listen, bro, I didn't mean to laugh, and I'm not laughing at you, 12th Wonder. I was laughing because, number one, I research a lot, and I like to have a good time, especially when I'm living my best life like I am right now. I'm just giving you on the front end, okay? But when you started talking the way she was talking to you, was like, yo, he got a weird defense for Jaylen Warren. It made me think about the Kendrick Lamar joint. And Baki got a weird case why is he around. I'm like, yo, why he got a weird defense for Jaylen Warren, man. Stall my man out, bro. Stall him out, man. But I do agree. I can understand what you're saying. And yes, from my eyes, I don't operate with a lot of the narratives, man. I try to just stay even kill with it. So yeah, to me, all fumbles matter, man. All fumbles matter. If I see you put that ball on the ground, I get squeamish. I want to throw up. You know what I mean? Like, Coach Tom is one of the big dudes, man, that really talked about that with such emphasis when I got to Pittsburgh. I mean, I've played a lot of places, man, even collegiately, where we talk about hunting the football, right? But it was never a point of emphasis where it was talked about so frequently. But when you look at the impact that ball security has, when you look at the impact that turnovers have, how many dudes have we talked about and said we have gotten out of stadiums solely because of what? A turnover, a timely turnover at the right time. So to me, when I think of that, I'm like, man, that's what we need to continue to focus on. And that was one of the things, like I said, from Coach Tomlin that he really emphasized. So when I look at running backs or I look at ball carriers, offensive dudes, man, receivers, quarterbacks, and it's like, yo, if y'all got ball security issues, when I'm watching him doing the ball's getting punched out, even if it bounced back and they recovered or it bounced out of bounds, it's like, dude, you are carrying our hopes and our dreams every single time. And if you turn that ball over, that could be it. That could be the difference between us winning it all and us losing it all. And we've seen countless times, even this past season, heck, even in our 5-game losing streak, right? What started the downhill spiral versus Philly? It was a fumble between Russ and Najee Harris, right? So when I think of that, it's like, yeah, man, there are countless times where all fumbles matter, man, because you don't get the lucky break always. So you have to just operate with the mindset that, yes, you can't let that ball leave your side, man, when it's in your possession as a ball carrier. So to me, man, all fumbles do matter. And I can say all fumbles do matter while at the same time feeling like I'm supportive of Jaylen Warren, because I do think Jaylen is a heck of a player who does have a great ability to be elusive. He's tough as nails and he has the ability to go yard, right? So when you throw all of those things in there, along with the fact that he was sitting there and pass block, can catch, be a third down back. Yeah, there are a lot of things that Jaylen Warren does extremely well. There are a lot of things that have all of us in Steelers Nation extremely excited about Jaylen Warren. And that can be true along with, yo, Jaylen, we got to make sure that we get less and less of these ball security issues popping up, because even though you've been here for a short/medium amount of time, unfortunately, we have seen that pop up in his game, and he would be the first person to tell you that that's something that he wants to get off his tape. What I say up here is nothing foreign or nothing new to those dudes. They might not necessarily want to hear it, but it ain't something that they haven't heard before, just because I know how the coaches are talking to these dudes, man. So with that, though, yeah, man, I think all of that can be true. You can still be supportive of Jaylen Warren being RB1, but you could also acknowledge that, yeah, man, this dude does have some ball security issues that we want to see go away. He's not the first back to have that. Shoot. R.I.P. to Franco Harris. Franco, heck of a back, Hall of Famer, right? Retired number and everything. Go look at his fumbles. It happens, man. Like, we don't want it, but yo, some of these dudes, we put the ball in the ground. You can still be great, but it's like, yo, that's something that, as we've learned and evolved with the game, we've learned that, yeah, that matters a lot more. Keeping that possession, man, being more intentional about it. And that's why we're so big on quarterbacks throwing interceptions. We like, hey, bro, you can't be doing that, man. Because you're giving these offenses, these opponents, man, more opportunities to score on us, along with making our defense have to go out there and having to defend more and take more chances of getting beat. So, yeah, like I said, all that can be true, man. All that could be true. So, as much as I'm a fan of Jaylen Warren, and I do think he is capable of being an RB1, I also feel like, yo, this dude has to improve with the ball security and just making it an afterthought. When we talked about guys like Najee Harris, you talk about guys like James Conner, you talk about guys like Le'Veon Bell, we don't speak of fumbling, man. That's like the last thing you was even worried about. Them dudes is like, yo, he got 1,000 carries, 2 times the balls ever even left his side, let alone lost one. You know what I mean? Like, that's typically the convo with those dudes. So, yeah. But I will say both things can be true. So, shout out to Jaylen Warren on that, man. All righty. We also got the homie Skeeter Jones. Shout out to Skeeter Jones, man, showing a little love tonight. He says, do you think we can get Charvarius Ward in the building? And what is the price looking like for him? Now, I'm a big fan of Charvarius Ward, man. Definitely been a guy that's on my radar ever since we had that interview at the end of the year. Niners did their exit interview, and he was talking a little bit about where he is from a mental space out in California. For those that don't know, he lost his daughter. She was less than a year old, if I remember correctly, or it might have been 2 years old. Out there, I want to say drowned in his pool, man, at the house. And ever since then, man, like, it has really weighed on him, has weighed on his wife, to the point where he said that his wife doesn't even live in the California house. He said that, man, for him, he's constantly dealing with PTSD out there. And that's one of those things where we look and we all would agree, man, change the scenery could really benefit this dude, because he's not saying that he doesn't want to play football, but he is saying that emotionally, this is a lot being in California and the strain that it puts on not just him, but his family. So when I think of that, I say, man, this is a big body, man-to-man physical corner that is high pedigree, second, third contract type of guy, and just an overall stand-up dude, man. You don't hear a lot of negativity as it pertains to Jaire Ward. And when you think of just everything that transpired out there in San Fran this past year, man, this is the dude that doesn't complain. I mean, whether it's, him having a tough season in terms of the team not having the way they wanted to go, guys walking off the field, etc. It's like, man, for him, though, it just shows up for the love of the game, man, because that's his passion. So when I see that, that lets me know he is a true football guy. That lets me know that, man, even when it's the roughest of the roughest, this dude's going to show up with the right energy, with the right mindset. And those are the guys that you want in your locker room. Those are the guys that help you win championships. Those are the guys that help build the culture. They keep the guys on the right path, man, to keep certain dudes ascending, man. So to me, man, I'm a big fan of Jaire Ward. Now, what it would cost, let me look at his contract, because like I said, it's interesting with him because it's not a scenario where the Niners want to move on from him, but it's a scenario where, like I said, man, the way that everything is kind of played out there and what he is dealing with from a just personal standpoint, kind of, the Niners, to me, seem like they're going to be open to giving him some grace and helping him out. Now, let's see. This would have been 3 years ago. He had his contract extension. Let me see. Oh, even better. So, yeah, he'd be unrestricted, actually. So, yeah, with that, man, even better, man, because, yeah, like I said, I know San Fran is going to want him, try to negotiate and keep him back there. But the fact that that dude is going to be hitting the open market, I love it even more. So let's see, man. His contract he just came off was a 3-year, $40 million deal. He averaged 13.5 per year. I mean, shoot. All right, so that ain't too bad from a number standpoint. Let me just see how many games was he playing in these past couple of years, and I'm gonna give you the number right now, player. All right. So let's see. Played in obviously, let's see, 12 games last season. Oh yeah, I said he's been pretty healthy. Let's say the year before that, 17 games before that. He was a Pro Bowler in 2023. 13 games, 14 games, 16 games. Yeah. Dude had 23 pass deflections in 2023. God dang. I knew he was all pro, second team all pro that year. Dang, that's a lot of pass breakups. Holy, that led the league, of course. Jeez Louise, 23 PBUs one season? God dog. Yeah, so to me, man, if he was averaging 13 a year, last year was probably one of the down years compared to the others, but that was obviously a down year for the Niners as a whole. Man, if I could get him in that 12 range, if I could get him in that same range, I would love it. I don't know if he's going to want more, but I would hope that, it's one of them things where it's like, yeah, bro, change the scenery, man. Great opportunity. Come take this 12 piece, 13. We stay right there with it and we could rock. But I will say this, man, if we did have to pay 13 and a half or even going up to 14, I don't hate it per se because you are getting, once again, proven production. This is like the Dante Jackson equivalent, man. Think about how Dante Jackson came in here. Granted, we got him via trade, but for what he was making, this is right on par with that, man, about that $14, $15 million range. And it's like, man, you're talking about a dude that can play at a very high level and still has gas in the tank, man. So to me, man, I would be open to that, man. So I do like that right there. Shout out. All right. And y'all hit that like button too one time for the culture. Don't forget to subscribe either if you are new to the channel and are enjoying the show. So yeah, I guess we will let's get to this first thing real quick, man. Because I did see, I think it was Craig Ellis who brought it up a little bit. So I guess it is time to address the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is, yeah, man, we had some NFL team report card grades come out today. Shout out to those guys, man. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe on the front end. But yeah, shout out to the grades, man. Shout out to the NFLPA and the survey that they do give to the players after the season to just kind of gauge their overall, I guess, happiness with the organization, the coaching staff, the training room, the traveling, everything like that. All right. So let's talk about this specifically. Let me pull that up. All right. So yeah, man, the overall rankings. Pittsburgh Steelers holding steady at 28th overall. And this is what the overview says, okay? It says, with head coach Mike Tomlin receiving high praise, players credit him for developing a strong team culture. It is no surprise that Tomlin once again received an A grade as head coach. The team made some positive changes, including introducing game day daycare, which raised their family support grade from an F-, which was last year, to a C-. Shout out to the growth. All right. He says, when asked to identify the top improvement areas, players mention the locker room, which is in serious need of renovation, and the strength staff, touche, which scores low on providing individualized training plans and contributing to the players' success. So in terms of the ratings in the individual categories, first one was treatment of the players' families. And basically with that, man was talking about providing daycare or some type of childcare during the home games. They were rated at a C- based off of the players and how they voted on that. Food and dining, right? Talked about the overall taste of the food, the freshness of the food, and the dining areas. They rated at a B-. All right. And I meant to say also with the treatment of the families, they said for post game as well, man, in terms of where the families should be joining in, they gave them a C-. For nutritionist and dietitian, they got a C+. All right. Talking about for the individual nutrition plans and just how players felt their dietitian was in terms of accessibility as well. All right. So a C+ for that. Locker room of D. Yikes. All right. Now, this was basically them. This is in reference to the players feeling as if they had enough room in the individual lockers. Shout out to my locker mate. I'm going to have to ask my locker mate about that one. All right. And then also the overall size of the locker room, was it adequate enough? So the players voted at a D. All right. Remember this, the players did this. All right. Shout out to the players. Training room. All right. For the training room, they were asked to vote or to complete the survey based on, did they have enough full-time trainers? Did they have enough full-time physical therapists, hot tubs, cold tubs, etc.? And they received a C+ grade for their training room. Their training staff, in terms of if players were receiving enough one-on-one training treatment, along with if they felt confident that their training staff would contribute to their overall success, they received a B. So shout out to the training staff. I salute to the gang in there. Weight room. I live weights. Yeah, I know I lift weights. All right, if you lift weights, you better drop a like button one time for the culture and subscribe, baby. Get your back big for show. But this was the weight room equipment, the quality of it, and if they felt there was enough space to train in the weight room, and they received a C+. Shout out to the C+. Strength coaches, in terms of individual training plans with those guys, and they felt like the coaches would contribute to their overall success. Yeah. They got a C-. Yeah, that was not the best. Woo. Yeah, they said 75% of the players report that they get an individualized training plan, which ranks them 31st out of 32. And then the players feel that their strength coach slightly contributes to their overall success, which would put them 32 out of 32 teams in the league. Team travel. Shout out to team travel, though. All right. Team travel, they got a B+ in reference to how comfortable and how much space they had on the team planes along with their travel schedule. So we do like that. And then the final two, the big boys, man, head coach. Shout out to the head coach. If they believe that their head coach is efficient with their time, if they believe that Coach Tomlin is moderately receptive to the locker room feedback on team needs as well, meaning he can dictate it, but he's also open to feedback and you know, changes and recommendations. They gave Coach Tomlin an A. Shout out to Coach T. A. He's an A student, man. The only A we got on the list so far. All right. And then last but certainly not least, time for ownership. All right. And for ownership, they say terms of the average rating for the perceived willingness to invest in the facilities, along with their feel that the owner contributes to a positive team culture, along with them feeling as if the owner is committed to building a competitive team. Them boys said a D. Oh my God. No. Oh, sheesh. They shooting, Lord. Oh, Lord, mama. Woo. They done dropped the D on, on ownership. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. All right, look. I'm going to just throw it on the front end. All right. It doesn't really affect me. And it doesn't really affect me, but just because I had to say it and the survey was anonymous and I'm the cameraman, you see me on camera, Mr. Rooney, I ain't vote. All right. You know, I wouldn't vote that. All right. I don't care what they say. You cool with me. All right. You put a lot of money in my pocket, man. We sit real nice over here. All right. So it ain't me. All right. Shut up. I said, oh, those boys, they were serious. They said, no, I don't think he doing it, baby. I don't think that's the one. He got to go. I said, oh. Shout out. But they dropped that day on Coach Tito. I said, oh, all right. Hey, you ain't here, but y'all know what it is, man. I said I had to protect myself, man. All right, let me protect myself. Hey, I falls in line, all right, because I'm alumni. When you alumni, oh yeah, it hit way different. That active player, that player side different. Y'all play by different rules, all right. But you also get bigger bags, all right. That's alumni. I'm over here chilling, baby. I ain't got no smoke with nothing over there. All right, all love. But they hit that man with a D. Not good enough. JV. But salute to Mr. Rudy, though, man. What I will say is this, though. I can understand where they're coming from. If you are talking about the specifics of what the criteria stated as pertaining to ownership, they simply said, are you invested in the facilities? And the gift and the curse of sharing a facility with Pitt is you get to see the Pitt side. And the gift is they're going to tell you from, in-house standpoint that you get the nice check. You love your check. You love those commas. You love how you can go spend and do what you want, right? So enjoy that part. We're not about to decorate this thing, but then you look over at Pitt and you like, hey, bro, y'all look like y'all at the fun park, man. Y'all look like y'all at David Buster's times Kennywood times, like King's Dominion times Six Flags. Like, what y'all got everything in here, man. Like, it look all the crazy bells. I mean, I'm sure y'all have seen how Clemson has done it. Y'all have seen how Bama has done it and Oregon and all these other places. So you would assume that from an NFL standpoint that there would be the similar stance. But, yeah, that's just not the case here. And like I said, man, part of the focus or part of the reasoning when it was communicated to me, at least, was the focus has always been about winning, about football, about championships. We worry less about that off the field stuff because the on field product is what matters the most. But also you getting the check. So as long as you're getting the check, we ain't worried about the bells and whistles. That was how it was communicated. Now you look around the league, we have seen where teams are changing from that mindset. Obviously, Buffalo, I could speak to them because I've been up there most recently, and I've seen what they've done from a facility standpoint in terms of how they remodel it and how it rivals some college facilities. Arizona, speaking out there, a little bit different. And I think that was a little bit more on par with Pittsburgh, but obviously a little bit more modern, right? But everybody's a little bit different. When you're talking Dallas, then yeah, Dallas is going to be like out of this world. LA is going to be out of this world because those are more modern, but that is part of where I could see players having some issues. Now, as it pertains to the other parts of that ownership part, man, in terms of the positive team culture and building a competitive team, well, to me, man, that's subjective. When I was here, we had 7. So it didn't matter who you were bringing in. If 7 is here, you always feel like, yeah, we are ultra competitive. We are ultra locked in and we don't have any type of division within the organization. Whereas right now, when we're talking about the quarterbacks, just that decision alone, we know was polarizing this year. We know that Coach Tomlin went on record and said that he was almost a lone wolf in that decision. So just with that, there are going to be people that either like that move or don't like that move. And if they feel that, hey, we don't like that move, you're the owner, you can veto this type of move and you didn't do that, well, maybe they look at him and they put that fault on him. Once again, it's subjective. And because it's a survey, it's an anonymous survey on top of that. We just don't have the info of what exactly the reasoning behind that vote was. But like I said, I could definitely understand where they're coming from as it pertains to some of that. And in terms of building a competitive team, yeah, if you don't feel like, man, we're getting the right free agents as an individual, because fans, I know as fans and media, right, we do this, we get up here, have these shows where we're talking about the different players, who we like, don't like, who we should sign and not sign. As active players, you don't really focus on that all the way, especially like some of the younger guys. But when you get to that second stage of I'm a vet, or I'm a key contributor and I know I'm a part of this, you do start to pay attention to who we're bringing in. And there are some people you be like, hey, bro, why we get that one? You ain't want that one over there? Like, bro, he nice, but he nice, bro. Like, you really ain't want to get that one? So there are some times, and I'm sure if you feel that this, the team is going in a direction that is different from a player perspective than what you might want or anticipate, then yeah, I could see where you could look at him and be like, hey, nah, man, this ain't it. This ain't the one. I don't want that guy. Why'd you get him? He sucks, or he's not good enough to me. So for some of them dudes, man, I can understand that, man. So like I said, man, with that, it's like, yeah, it doesn't look the best. But I don't hate it. I do like the fact that these surveys are happening. I think it is important for these players to have a safe space to voice their grievances and also voice where they feel like things are going well. The locker room part. The locker room part, though. I mean, yeah, things. It's a little dated, they've made little, improvements to it. But yeah, I can understand where if you're a player coming from a different organization and you see some of these other more modern locker rooms, yeah, you're going to look and you're going to say, bro, why is it such a drop off, going from some of these other places to here? And granted, every place is going to be treated differently. Every place is different in terms of how they operate. And that's what makes the world, or that makes the world the world. But the locker rooms, yeah, man, they could be modernized. They could for certain be done with an upgrade, at least from my eyes. And that's not even in a negative context, because I was in the same lockers. But that's part of the problem. I was in the same lockers. Catch what I'm saying? And there's some dudes that was before me for a long time that was also part of the same lockers. You catch what I'm saying? Like, tradition is fire, though. I like tradition. I do like tradition, but sometimes it's like evolution is also pretty cool too, man. So I ain't against it, but you catch what I'm saying, all right? So I could for certain understand that. And then when they're just talking about, like I said, man, I was laughing about the strength coaches mainly because of how the whole Russ situation played out, man. We hear that you got the new staff, they have the new conditioning test. It got your quarterback pushing the sled, he messed the calf up, be gone for 2 months. You like, yeah, bro. How this work, man? I don't like you, man. You threw off the program. You threw off the plan. I don't know what the whole plan was, but whatever it was, you threw the monkey wrench in it, man, with that sled. So I got an issue with you. So I could definitely understand where they were coming from with that one. Hopefully it's, no ill will towards them dudes, but I'm just saying, man, my man, Russ was supposed to be QB1 from week 1. You know what I mean? And it was a QB pushing the sled. I played with 7 for 4 years. I was up Buffalo with Fitzpatrick, Trent Edwards, EJ Manuel, Jeff Toole, Thad Lewis. Let me think, am I forgetting anybody in there? Austin Toole as well. No. I forgot his name. It was another guy I forgot in there, man. All right, but yeah, man. Yeah, I never saw any of them push the sled. All right, so I can understand where they're coming from. All right, I'm just throwing it out there. All right. And then let me see what else. Let me see what other ratings. Yeah. Food being a B-. Shout out to the food, man. Shout out to Kev, Chef Kevin, the kitchen, man. Chef Rico, man. Y'all be doing y'all thing. All right. And Miss Beverly, y'all be doing y'all thing. All right. Got me in couscous, chicken sausage, and wedding soup like I ain't supposed to. You dig what I'm saying, man? So shout out to y'all on that. Yeah. I always stand for the eateries down at the building. All right. They do that right. For sure. But let me think. Was the last part treatment of families, just from a personal standpoint? Yeah, that is something that they will continue to work on. They need to, man. It is refreshing to hear that they have added some of the daycare stuff and added some improvements to the post-game situation. Just based on, personal experiences around the league and talking to guys that currently play. Yeah, that is still something that they, from my eyes, need to improve upon as well, man. So it is good, though, that we are getting this type of information from those dudes, man, and we will see how Mr. Rooney, because from my eyes, he's been really receptive of these type of things, man, and does try to implement change when it's reasonable to him. But once again, how we going to tell a person how to spend their money? And that's the other part as well. I always be having to remind myself of that whenever I'm like, man, why you just don't do this and do that and do this? And I'm like, yeah, most you the same one when they be hitting your phone talking about why you don't spend it here, and there, and there. And you be like, hey, bro, when you get your blood, sweat, and tears, you make that bag, then you spend your money that way. I always have to remind myself that as well. All right, so Mr. Rudy, shout out to you. You got the recommendations. You've heard what people have said. You heard what your employees have said anonymously / non-anonymously. All right, so yeah, there you go, baby. But just remember, I got nothing but love for you. I used to be cutting them checks, me, and I be enjoying your check game. All right, so shout out to us Arthurs. All right, shout out to us Arthurs. Y'all hit that like button one time for the culture. Don't forget to subscribe either if you're new to the channel. I don't want no problems with nobody today, man. Let me get up off that topic. Get up off the crosshairs. I'm about to have me get here a little warm and stuff, man. I ain't got time for y'all. No, in all seriousness, man. It's all love, man. But I guess I do like these surveys, though, man. I do think they are appropriate, and I do think they are needed. And I wish they would have been, something that was more prevalent back when I was playing, because, yeah, they would have gave us more of a safe space to voice our grievances. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. But then again, that's called growth and development. We had to have a lockout, and we saw the movement from there and the growth. So shout out to the new gang and the new guys. Let me see if the homie TG is ready. I ain't even text him earlier. I'm tripping. All right. Yeah, usually I would already done text him, man. I blame y'all, man. Y'all had me in here talking about these college kids, talking about this here, these grades. So yeah. Let me see if when the homie get me back real quick. I think that would be good to go. Transition to him. Oh, and shout out to Flow Grown 420. He says the Batman tattoo is fire. Nah, shout out, man. That's my guy right there. Love Batman. Shout out to all the Batmans in the world. Yeah, mine's OG. I grew up on Michael Keaton. All right, that's what got me into the Batman gang. All right, him, Jack Nicholson. Yeah, got me into the gang. All right, but here we are though. Here we are, and I'm a big fan, as you can tell. All right. Say, can we trade for Slim Batman? Yo, man, the Batman transition that we be having, man, between big buff Ben Affleck Batman. We obviously got Robert Pattinson Batman, who I do like. I thought he was pretty cool. Christian Bale, that's like my heart Batman. You did, because it was like Michael Keaton was my OG like adolescent Batman. But Christian Bale, I mean, he set it off. I mean, you know how it was, man. When you talk about they going The Dark Knight, then Dark Knight Rises, like, come on, bro. Yeah, absolute fire. All right, so the homie TG is good to go. So we will get ready to fire the homie up. Let me get this all squared away. Like I said, man, I was totally distracted messing with y'all, man. Jeez. I'm supposed to be in here a lot. Damn, y'all know I got to be professional. Dang. Actually, I don't got to be professional. I don't take myself serious. Why you want to do that? Come on, man. Life's too short to be taking yourself too serious, man. You just got to vibe out and enjoy yourself. Player. All right. Let me get that. Oh, no, I don't want that. There we go. Okay. You see what be happening when I be in here multitasking, not paying attention? I done let the phone situation get all situated up. But now I'm back in the saddle like I supposed to be. Let's get it. Where the graphic at? Let me get the graphic popping off the way they're supposed to be popping off tonight. Which one? Oh, yeah. All right. Boom. There you go. Let me call the homie up. Let's call my dog up. Hit the like button on the front end.
Yo.
Yeah. Is that my partner them? Is that my dog and them? It sound like it. Yeah. What's the word with you, player? What's the word? How you doing?
My dog, my guy. I'm feeling good, man. How you feeling? What's good?
Man, life's good. Let me drop the intro, man. Now that my dog all the way popped off and percolating in the building. So, ladies and gents, you know what time it is. Boys and girls, children of all ages. It's a Pittsburgh Steelers alum joining us right now. It's a West Virginia Mountaineer alum joining us right now. In fact, I heard it was almost heaven last time he was round there. But this is also one half of the locker mates, my mother freaking locker mate, and the current defensive coordinator of the Norfolk State University. Oh, behold the green and the gold. Yes, indeed. I'm talking about none other than Terence T.G. Garvin. Yeah. Yo, they love you even on a Wednesday. God, dog, that's how you know you big time, bro. When they love you on a Wednesday show, man, you really have made it, man. All right, so salute to you, my dog. Salute to you. Yeah, they over here in the chat. They like, bro, we need a TG emoji for the chat. So whenever you pop up, they can just start spamming your joint. Like, yo, that's Garvin. That's Garvin. So we gonna work on something. All right, I got you.
Emoji,
you know what I'm saying? I got you. I'm gonna get in the lab. I'm gonna talk with the good three wise men. They gonna get something cooked up for us real nice. Okay. All right, I got you. I got you. Yeah, man. But shoot, man, we got plenty to discuss. So man, we're gonna hop right into this thing. The boss man, Omar Khan, was talking, man, because obviously the combine is going on right now. And while he was there, he was talking about, Broderick Jones, right? And I think we might have brought this up, man, but I just want to make sure that we are clear on it, man. He did officially say that Broderick is going to be moving his talents to the left tackle spot this year. Nice. We know that Dan Moore, like I said, was going to be heading towards free agency, and there was speculation about what direction we was going to go, what was we going to do, but he did say it is very safe to assume that Broderick Jones will be playing left tackle this year.
Nice, I like that.
Okay.
I think that's what he is. That's who he is. We go back home, per se.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get out there. You got to get value out of that first round pick. So
I mean, we moved out to 14 to get him, if I remember correctly, right?
Hey,
yeah.
It's time to go now. Got to get it out there.
Mm-hmm. Now, what are your thoughts on it, though, man, in the sense of anything that makes you excited about the move?
I think it's exciting because he's back to his natural habitat.
Yeah.
He's going back to who he is, what he is, going back to his natural element position, per se. So, I think that's exciting.
Yeah. And now, with that, though, I mean, for every good, we obviously know we got the flip side to that. What makes you hesitant? I mean, we obviously have seen him play in the league.
Right.
How you feel?
Rough days out there.
That's a nice way to put it. That's a nice way to put it.
Rough days. Yeah. A couple holding calls, questionable holding calls.
There it is. Give me some gray area.
You can call holding every play if you want.
Why don't they then, man? I wish they would. Sheesh. Make our life a lot easier out here.
I think with that is kind of like, the Vetty conversation. Maybe it's one of them. You know what you get, and this kind of feels a little newish. So it's like you feel like you might be getting something, optimistically new with it.
Yeah.
But it could be the same, believe who they tell you who they are type situation.
Oh, no, don't give me that one. I was trying to think only way good with this thing, man. That don't sound good.
Believe who they tell you who they are type shit. So hopefully, getting back to because it's almost a fresh start. And
that's what I was thinking a little bit, right? Like, it's almost like a hard reset. Yeah.
Yeah. So being that first round pick, you get that, you need that, you take that, and hopefully, sometimes it happens like that, and it clicks, and you get your value worth what you invested in it.
I mean, so could somebody, if we were just trying to be real optimistic here, is it kind of like we getting a fresh first rounder for left tackle this year? Is what it sounds like? It sounds like a fresh first rounder, bro.
It's like a fresh first rounder.
Like I could get behind that because we haven't seen any bad tape from Broderick at left tackle. We have seen zero bad tape there, man. Like everything we've seen from him was that right.
I support that.
Okay.
And it's a different position.
Completely different. Completely different. But with that, though, you're dealing with different animals, too.
You are.
You know.
You are.
I'm about to say,
I think you see.
You trying to play it,
on that.
Man.
You see mutants on both sides, though.
You seeing a handful of guys, largely led by T.J. Watt, on the other side.
Yeah. I was
It's
just
a
about to say,
handful
you
of them
see
dudes.
TJ over there.
Right, that's the poster boy
You'll
for
see
that,
Max
though.
Crosby over
Is
there.
TJ,
You'll
is
see-
Max, and on occasion Trey
Yeah.
Hendrickson. Other than that, you
Yeah.
know the rest of them, they on the other side.
Yeah, Miles, you getting Miles
Yeah.
over here. You get a Micah. You'll get a Micah wherever though.
He
you
go
know,
wherever.
like,
Yeah, he'll go
yeah.
wherever. Yeah.
I think they do a good job at moving those guys nowadays
Yeah.
to where it's not just truly left and right. Like TJ's one of the few that per se do just truly play.
Stay on that one side. Yeah.
Yeah, I want this one.
Yeah.
You know?
But as
Well,
long
most
as he
guys
stays as dominant as he is, that's largely
stay
why
on the
you
field.
do what you do. It's like, yeah, I ain't about to trip
So
you.
you feel
You
comfortable.
balling out like that. Keep balling. Yeah.
You gotta fix it.
Yeah.
Not broke.
Yeah, but we would agree though, man. The left tackle position, though, largely because the blind side. I mean, you know what that is, and you dealing with the $100 million edge rushers now. That's who you typically deal with on a week in and week out basis. Anything make you nervous about that, or is it still, man, I feel good about the situation, man. I drafted this kid in the first couple of years ago. We're gonna be all right.
I think you have to be optimistic about it. You
Yeah.
know? Like one thing about a first rounder is always optimism. Like,
I mean, the talent is undeniable.
Yeah, the talent's there.
First
So,
rounders look freaky.
you know. Yeah, I think it's also is it's a heavy word. It's not also just per se a contract yearish type for him because it should be about that time, but it's like a career year in a sense.
I mean, low key, this year
Yeah.
3. I mean, it'd be
this
his
is-
first year at left, but it'd be his third year. And when you talking about extensions, you talk about fifth year
Yeah,
options.
That's when you start to get
This,
into that territory.
this decision here, yeah.
So this
What you
is-
do here
it's-
is going to determine everything else.
This gonna say what it is.
Yeah.
It's the business shit. Like if it's not it, it's gonna get ready to move on. You got might
Oh.
draft one again. This determine, you know, do they need to go get another one in the draft type? Which
I mean, you right. Even though I feel
Yeah.
like it's like to say this would be his first opportunity at left tackle, but when we talk about everything that's riding on, it's like, dang, it
like a
feels
1 year
like,
prove it.
yeah,
it's
but
like 1 year, let's get out there.
But
Let's see what
because
it is.
we've seen you had them 2 seasons at right, good or bad, right, wrong, and indifferent, it's like, yeah, we can't unsee what we've seen either. So
Right.
all of it goes to what you saying of, yes,
But
put up a
to
shut up
his-
time because
to
we're
his-
not going to put you
to
back
his-
out there, right?
But to his defense, we can't unseen what we've seen, and we seen him
that's
put a
also
hat
true.
on that first day.
This is
We
also
can't
true.
unseen what we seen.
Yeah.
You know?
And he still put out, he has enough good tape at right tackle that at worst you still feel like, yo, I got a serviceable dude that can play both. Worst case.
Yeah.
Like, he don't
Worst
have
case.
to be Pro Bowl, he don't have to be All Pro, but I feel like I have serviceable. And that's
But then
still a
you're
part
going
of
to draft one.
Yeah, 1,000%. 1,000%.
If
But
that's
you
the
but you
case,
know
you're
that
going to
though.
buy one.
But you
Yeah.
find that out after this season. For certain.
I'm with you.
I like that right there. Shout out to the homie right there. All right. Well, sticking with Omar Khan, that wasn't the only person that he talked about. He also had brought up George Pickens, man, because obviously he's been the talk of a lot of speculation this offseason as pertains to whether you would trade him. Is he happy? Does he want to be here? And all these other things. But Omar Khan, he talked specifically about that. He said that the Steelers and George Pickens had a really good exit meeting and that both parties wanted to stick together in terms of staying here long term and that they're working on a contract extension as well. I said, ooh, so how you feel about all of that from Omar Khan in the sense of the good exit meeting between Steelers and George Pickens, them both wanting to keep this thing going? And then obviously you talking about contract extensions. We talking about putting some turkey on it now. All right.
Yeah.
So what's up? What's up?
I love it. Like I'm sure they are having conversations about potentially paying them. You know what I mean?
And a conversation is different than an agreed upon deal.
I think it's definitely conversations about how we can get this done potentially. You know?
You funny, yo. My dog say, look, bro, they might be talking, but it's
There
just
was no
talking.
lie to talk. Yeah, we're
Hey,
talking. We're having good
Russell
conversations.
Wilson said him and the Steelers are in negotiations as well. All right, this is all.
Conversations.
You
Hey,
funny.
let's talk about it. Let's figure out
You all funny.
conversations. Let's figure out what we need to figure out. Like where we at.
Are you tripping or are you not tripping? What numbers
What
you
would
looking
you
for?
possibly be looking
All right,
for?
let's-
Yeah, we're having good conversations. If we wasn't able to get you this and we can get you this, how would you feel about
We need to
that?
know, are you going to say something stupid
Yeah.
out your mouth in this negotiation? And that's going to let us know right now that, yeah, this ain't what we looking for and we going elsewhere. Or are you going to be open to playing ball and we can make sure this thing works and we can have a great, next couple of years?
Right. But what we're not going to do is we're not going to say we're not talking at all. We're talking about something.
We're going to keep this thing quiet, all right? We ain't playing these
we're
games.
talking about we're talking. We'll talk.
And yes, both parties want to be here, all right? Both, us and him.
We want you.
I dig it, bro. I can definitely dig it, man.
It's not even to be like that. If we put it out there, we want you here. It's not like this.
It's got to be quiet, right?
Yeah, it's definitely mutual.
He said, "Yo, if I say it on the front end, there is nothing that you're gonna say, GP, to go against this. And if you do, you seen Kenny, you seen how that played out. You're not about to do that. So you know what this is.
Mutual is would you? If we gave you 10, would you take that? Like, no, that's mutual. Like, we both have interest.
Hey, look, you don't dictate the combo. I'm dictating the combo, all right? Yeah. If I tell you, are you open for an $8 million extension, 8 a year, that works for you? You said that doesn't work. We're talking then. We're talking, and that's that. We're talking. All right, I'll give you 8.5. Does 8.5 work for you then? I'm not you're on my terms.
We're in negotiations.
He said, but I ain't asking what you wanted. I ain't asked for that. This is what I'm willing to offer you right now. You tell me this is good or not. Yeah, that's real, man. Because I was literally, man, when I saw that report, I'm like, I like the fact that they both want to be here. But when I saw the contract extension talk, I'm like, whoa, how did we get there? That I feel like we fast forwarded through a lot. Because, yeah, it felt like the convo prior to this new information was, are you keeping him or not? Or are they moving on from him or not? What's that situation looking like? So this does seem like a hard, 180 in the opposite direction when this is coming from the general manager.
I mean, but I just don't want it to come off the wrong way. I don't think it's saying nothing.
It's saying a lot, though, and it's saying nothing at the same time.
Yeah.
Because if they don't say this, it gets louder with GP, the potential for him to feel internal pressure and maybe make, a comment that he might second guess down the line. All of that gets nicked in the bud by them just simply coming out and being proactive with it. This is no different than when we say with the player side, when it's like, yo, it's a rumor happening with a player. We say, man, you can get on social media. You could do a podcast. You could do something to get the message out there to clear it up. If you sit there and allow it to keep going, you might be wanting it to keep going. You know what I mean? So to speak. So I do see what you're saying with that, man.
Don't give it no life.
Yeah.
Don't give it no life. We're going to kill it right now.
But the thing that's frustrating, though, is this, though. And granted, I could see their technicality being that, well, he's under contract, whereas these other two guys aren't. But we get this clarity on GP that they, are talking with him. They want him. He wants to be here, and they're working on an extension. But here we are, man, 2 weeks, 3 weeks away from free agency, and we still don't even know, all right, which quarterback y'all like more right now? Is it Russ or is it Fields? Which one you negotiate with? We just heard that we hear reports from everybody outside of the organization, but internally, all we've heard was Mr. Rooney says, I want to prioritize Fields and Russ. I want either one or two of them back. I don't think both come back. You got Coach Tomlin saying, the reports about him were from Jay Glazer, who once again is an outside party, but it was still from Jay, who we know is connected with Coach T. Right. They're going in a different direction from Russ, and maybe or likely to be going a different direction from Fields as well. So you hearing all this stuff, it's like, man, we get this clarity on this player. Why can't we get clarity on that guy?
But they haven't said nothing. They haven't said that.
Right, but by not saying it, they're saying a lot at the same time.
But they haven't said anything by not saying. No, they haven't said anything. They haven't they haven't said it.
We are completely down the middle right now. No different than we were 2 months ago. It's like, yo, who we talk about who we leaning towards, but it's like, bro, we just no new information about that though. None.
I get you. And I give because
it's the quarterback. We got to get this done. It's the quarterback.
It's the quarterback. It's everything.
You don't think Justin Fields would be happy if this was the same way we just said this about GP? Right? Hey, I'm leading the negotiation, but I'm gonna get this on the front end. We're gonna make sure that everything is good with this. They could. I mean, if it was gonna be Justin Fields, they could take the same approach with that, couldn't they?
Yeah. I mean, they could say something. I'm not gonna lie. They could say something.
At least something, right?
They could say something. They could say something. They could say something. But at the same time, it's like maybe saying nothing is like if you have nothing to say per se, because you just are deciding still, saying nothing is a good move. You know?
Don't put your foot in your mouth. I get it. I get it.
You don't gotta say nothing then. Let's let it develop. We'll figure it out.
I suppose. But you know how we want it. We want the information now, man. I'm tired of waiting. Why are you making us wait this long, man? Jeez. But just to wrap this thing up a little bit, as it pertains to GP, I did want to specifically talk about this here contract extension. If it was going to be a contract extension, we did get a new contract that just dropped. That was yesterday or Monday. The receiver in Buffalo, Khalil Shakir, he's a slot now, but he got was it $15 million per year is his average. I think it was like 4 years, $60 million extension. What are we looking at framework wise for a guy like GP if we're talking about really committing to an extension at this stage?
What'd you say he getting?
The dude in Buffalo, he's getting 15 a year. And I personally thought that was a little bit lower, but when you just look at the 1,000-yard mark, flirted with it, but hasn't consistently been past it. And when we look at GP,
you gotta get GP more than that.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. You see what I'm saying? Because with DJ, Deontay Johnson was getting 16, if I remember correctly, when we gave him his deal.
Yeah, he's
was he 18? He
around that
18.
20 range.
Yeah,
he's around that 20 range.
Okay,
20, 21 range.
Because I'm like, I don't feel like we're putting him in that 30-ish talk just yet. But that's who we project him to be, that type of guy.
Yeah, we're not giving him quite 30.
Can't give him that just yet, right?
Yeah,
I need a 1,300 out you first if I give you one of them.
Yeah, 20, 21, 22. 21, 22. You might, and it might be one of them, honestly. Let's do how these talks now, because when you do go crazy, I need to do.
I mean, listen, as much as I love that, and I think that that's the smart business approach, I feel like the way that these young dudes are operating today, they don't care about that, bro. They taking their money on the front end, and they still asking for the re-up when they hit that. They like, hey, bro,
I feel that.
It's time. Yeah, and I'm like, I like it. I ain't knocking it, but I just think that mindset of why it's more, I guess, beneficial to reach out to these guys earlier. I just don't think we getting the same, like, return on that like how it used to be. It used to be, yeah, you get the dude now, he ain't gonna be tripping in 2 years, he gonna still be under that contract. Now these dudes be a year into the deal talking about y'all sit out.
And
you're
like,
bro,
give me more.
what? You like, bro, you just did 1 year, bro. Like, come on. So that's my part. You know what I mean? When I'm thinking about GP, I'm like, hey, bro, I don't see him being like, hey, bro, y'all got it to me on the front end, I'm gonna chill right here. No, I think he gonna be like, hey, bro, you gave it to me then. Nah, it's time to hit it again. You know how I go. Yeah. Yeah. Dudes be like, I'm double dipping year one. Be like, yo, you ain't got 12 months into the joint. You 10 months into the time I need to re-up. Like, come on, bro. So yeah.
Nah, bro. No. Which is, it's the world we live in.
It
Transfer
is.
portal.
All right, facts. What a time. What a time, man.
Transfer portal.
My man say, yo, I ain't got to deal with your nonsense, man. If I don't like you, I don't like you. All right, I'm out. Period. I ain't got to stay here and deal with this. No. All right. Well, jeez. All right, next one we will go to, well, you know what? Since Omar's down at the combine, we'll stick with the combine, man, because we did get reports about some meetings that have been taking place down there as well, man. Coach Tomlin and the Steelers did meet with Ashton Jeanty, running back from Boise State. Do tell, how do you feel about seeing the Pittsburgh Steelers meeting with Ashton Jeanty down at the NFL Combine. You know, that's a running back. He played running back, and they ain't supposed to touch no running backs. Not early. And they say he first round type. How you feeling about this meeting?
Yeah, that's okay. I think that's a good one. You know, I think they're definitely in the market for a running back. I don't know that Jeanty's just a first round running back though. You know?
Whoa. No, I'm not with you on that. No, I'm not with you on that. We gonna have to. You can't just throw that out there and just gloss over that one. Now, what you mean?
He's a first round running back? Like, I mean, I like.
You said he's not a first. Do you feel like he's not?
It's not that I don't feel like he's not. I just think that goes back to that combo. Do you get a running back in the first? I think if you do get a running back, he is the running back.
Is he a running back or is he a playmaker? How would you categorize?
He's a running back to me. And not to be like this.
Okay, let's talk. All right.
But I feel like that Penn State game tells you how much he's a running back. Like, it's only so much a running back can do. We'll hold this down to he had a tough 60-something yards.
And I would agree with you on that. But what if, to play devil's advocate, at the NFL level, there aren't Boise's versus Penn States. At the NFL level, it's Penn State versus Ohio State. We pretty much equal, and it's maybe a one or two guy being the difference. So now, if it is that same caliber O line versus D line, and you throw Ashton Jeanty out there, I do think it's different.
Yeah.
For example, I look at the backs at Ohio State, right? Quinshawn Judkins and Travion Henderson. You don't think Jeanty running behind that? He's cooking board. I think he cooks more than them.
I'm with you. He did great. He had a great year. I think his intangibles make him what he is in a sense of he breaks a lot of tackles. He's got low center of gravity.
I like the contact balance.
I don't know what he's gonna run. He's a 4.3 guy, 4.4 guy.
I think he's 4.4. I don't think he's 4.3. I don't see 4.3. I think high 4. I think 4.48. Because Najee ran 4.4, bro. Think about it.
I don't know if he's a 4 guy.
I don't see him get caught when I watch him break. I see him get into the zone. And to me, that was kind of like my gauge. I look at some of these backs, like the man from UNC, Amarian Hampton. I'm like, I see you get caught. So I don't look at that as like fast. But granted, he's a bigger body. I don't see a lot of Jeanty getting caught when he's in open field. But granted, we know he was playing Boise State ball. That's a little bit different class of talent. He looked good in the Oregon game, though. And that was obviously higher pedigree defenders out there. But that's part of my concerns with them as well is, how fast is your fast? Because you're not out there with SEC speed. When I'm watching some of these other backs, I know the caliber of athletes that's out there chasing them. You know what I mean? Like that's a legitimate part of the question. And that was part of why people look at that Penn State game and, we all say that. It's like, yeah, bro. All right, I can dig it. Like, yeah, there are going to be some question marks. But I just think that, man, if we're actually making that Boise team a class like the Penn State team, I think it's a different convo. You know what I mean? I just don't think it's as lopsided as that was. It looked like you the nicest dude around here, but the rest of your guys aren't good enough to handle their guys.
I'm with you. And I'll accept that.
But he is... it's not a defining characteristic like Chris Johnson. It don't look Chris Johnson fast.
Yeah, when you say first round running back, to me, you're saying somebody that just changed everything.
He don't do that to you though. Like he looked good, but it was Boise.
I think he's nice.
So
I think he's nice.
If this production was at Georgia, does that change how you view him?
That might change a lot of stuff.
If you saw him at USC, if you saw him at Penn State, if he was at Ohio State, I think that all of us have a different perspective on him.
It's almost, and I hate to be like that, but it's like I've just never seen, because he got off against everybody he played against. I'm like, who
was he going against? Yeah, I'm with you.
Who he playing against?
Like, and the one game that they bring up as a positive is Oregon, and my rebuttal is it was one game and it was early in the season. It was one time.
But I'll give him that. I don't even take that away. I give him that. I just don't. The
reason why I don't give him it to is because the Penn State one. I'm like, well, when it happened the second time, it looked different. You didn't cook. Yeah.
But I only speaking for me in the sense of like when I watched him, what I've seen.
Yeah.
And it's different film guys that know
know things.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Talk
know
your
a
talk.
lot of great things.
Talk your talk.
But simply like when I look at it,
Mm-hmm.
I don't just look at it and say, "Oh yeah, that's a first round." It just don't do that for me. You
Hey,
know,
and you know I
don't.
love your eyes because I
Mhm.
know you hunted this down for a living. I already know what you
Yeah.
see. Yeah, so I'm like, if
But
you
I
don't
mean,
see that, then I could dig what you might not be seeing. But also, I think
he
with
got.
go ahead,
He's a
my
guy.
bad. Yeah,
He's a guy, and you can't deny what he's done. I think the thing about the league, what makes it weird is sometimes, and the only thing I say, just because you've done it, I know this might come off crazy. That don't
talk
mean
it.
that's what you about to go do.
Oh
Like his
yeah,
intent, yeah.
uh-huh.
Like I'm just like the skill set of the car. I just don't see that. Like similar, not to be like that, but similar to Najee. Like when I see Najee, like yes, he was a first round running back, but I was just like, I just don't see
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
the small
Yeah.
trait that's like, okay, that's gonna work. Like
Mm-hmm.
some guys, you like that's gonna work.
What's your it thing? Yeah, this is gonna
Yeah,
keep him
what's your
alive.
superpower?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
him,
what's
his
your
superpower is durability. His superpower is he just keeps going forward. With ETN, his was he's a little bit more elusive, a little bit more light, quick-footed. But we've seen where it's some negatives associated with that. When we bring up the Saquons, the Kamara, the Alvin Kamaras, the Christian McCaffreys of the world, there are some defining characteristics that those guys have. But we also have seen where they do got some negative about it, where there it is availability or things like that. But I can see what you're saying with Jeanty. I can see what you mean by that. Okay. Dang. I wasn't expecting that, bro. I was not expecting that, man. I thought that you would see him as one of them Bijan types, man. Because I do feel like with Bijan, he had more home run speed, and I think his lateral was stupid, but he was also at Texas. So we were seeing him versus Texas type schedules. So you felt a lot better about it. You're like, yo, I know this comps because that guy's gonna be on Sundays. When he jukes this linebacker, this is dude that's gonna be starting. That's a second round draft pick linebacker. He just juked out his shoes, bro. Yeah. That's real. That's real life right there. Respect.
Yeah, it's just different.
Yeah. The quality of opponent does matter. Even though as a small school guy myself coming out, I didn't like that. I was a hater on it. I do agree it does matter to an extent. All right. It matters until it doesn't matter. So until he proves that it doesn't matter, it does matter right now. All right. Because, we're going to have to see that one. All right. Respect. Now, the other one that the Steelers had officially had a meeting with was the interior D lineman nose tackle from Michigan, Kenneth Grant. How you feeling about the big boy nose
55.
tackle? Yeah. Is that 5'5" or was that no? The other one was 5. I think that was Mason Graham was the 5'5" one. That's the other boy. That's the other boy. Yeah, I did because I know you talking about 5'5" was stupid out there. I know you talking about.
Because I was kind of like initially, I'm like, how they gonna get that? Like,
that's supposed to be going early.
Yeah, that's top 3.
That's supposed to go early.
That's what I'm like, hey, what?
Yeah. Like you said, that's the one that we would love to have. But if that one isn't available, this the other one. This the 78, the other one.
The other one.
Funny. He said, 5'5". No, not 5'5". We wish it was 5'5".
You see,
you a sicko, bro.
I broke it down.
He said, I know 5'5". I know that one.
Exactly.
We like you cut 5'5" table. You like, hey, bro, I done seen enough. We'll take him. We'll find a place for him. I like him. All right, he's good. Yeah. But the other one, how you feel about the other one, man? The big body dude, man. Like I said, more of a true like interior nose tackle type vibe with him, man. But the Steelers met with him. Obviously, we might be in the market for some D line. How you digging them?
I'm okay with that. I know they got to get a D lineman. I don't think you'll get that. That's not a first, second. That's the 3rd round. That's the 4th round.
You see, this the tough part. This is kind of like you coming down the stairs on Christmas morning. You thought that box was the Xbox. They put the Xbox. They put it in the Xbox box, and then you open it up, and it was just like, it was just some DVDs. You like, yo, this still a cool movie. Like, I still like it. It's still cool. This isn't what I want. I thought it was something else, bro. Like just hearing your whole mood, your whole temperament, your whole excitement, bro.
God, you didn't say it was this.
When you thought it was Mason Graham, when you thought it was 5'5", Bro, the way that you lit up, oh man, the enthusiasm in your voice, oh man, it just hit so good. You was like, oh, five, like I could hear the excitement when you spoke on him, bro. And I felt bad to be like, no, it ain't that one, it's the other guy. But now he was just like, I mean, yeah, I guess he cool. I mean, yeah, I suppose I could work with him. I mean, if I had to, it ain't the end of the world.
We're gonna get one in the second.
Oh man.
We don't have to do that.
No, it'd be like that sometimes, man. It'd be like that, man. Yeah. But yeah, obviously, yeah, if we could get the other one, yeah, we will be counting our lucky stars and being very grateful for that one, man, because yeah, 5'5", one of them ones, he changed your whole outlook. He changed everything about how you look up front, man. Yeah. But in a nutshell though, with Kenneth Grant though, true nose tackle type, man, it still works, can still be productive, still be efficient. And when you're talking about what our LBs, the Peyton Wilsons, the Patrick Queen types, keeping them clean would help them out even more. So that's the one part that I was a little bit more optimistic about. My dog, like his balloon just he just let go of the balloon and it flew away. He's like, no, man. Like, I guess I got like 2 free hands now. I guess that's cool, but I really wanted that one. I really wanted that balloon though, bro. Like, I like it, bro. I can dig it, man. I can dig it. Shout out to the homie TG Terence Garvin in the building, man. If y'all digging what we on tonight, hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. I like, man, when you take some time too, man, to get away from your planning a championship unit down there at Norfolk State. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you on that, all right? All righty.
We trying that. We just got, we got meetings and everything, man. We're straight into it with you. Let's do it.
Hey, look, man, I already peeped you. I was like, yo, he on the move. He's going. I dig it though.
Football,
Hey, I like it, man. Hey, take it back to the old school time, man. Hey, you know what? What's next on the schedule? All right, we here there? All right, bet. Let's go. All right, what's next? All right, bet. Let's do it. Come on, let's go. So shout out to my dog. But I did want to go back though, man. Because obviously, we're talking about these type of players that we're meeting with. One being a running back, one being a D lineman, and we're gonna obviously get even more reports about, wide receivers we're meeting with, etc. But we know there is this ideology that you're not supposed to take running backs in the first round, but it's okay to take a D lineman in the first round, right? And what I'm trying to figure out is, how do we feel? I mean, even when we're talking about some of these players now, granted, Ashton Jeanty, you don't feel is a first round talent. But with some of these running backs that some people look at as first round talents, right? When you hear about Omarion Hampton, people talk about him as, that could be a first round guy. I've seen people bring up Caleb Johnson from Iowa, saying that he could potentially be a first round guy. We obviously know Ashton Jeanty, national media wise, a lot of people do anticipate him being a first round guy, but it still seems as if that is so taboo. But we'll take D linemen or guys that we necessarily don't think are as good as their position in the first and don't think anything of that. Why is that to you, man?
That's a tough one. So wait, give it to me one more time. So hold on.
So for example, right?
Yeah.
As we're looking at, just thinking contract wise, right? Najee versus a number 2 wide receiver. You could be a number 2 wide receiver, have never crossed the 1,000-yard threshold, and we're gonna pay you $12 to $13 million and not think twice about it. We look at Najee, we say, bro, worst case, you're a top 15 running back that has had 1,000 yards every single season. You don't fumble, you don't miss games, and we talking about, bro, I got 7 or 8 best case for you
on a good day.
You catch what I'm saying? Why is that, bro? I'm still trying to get with the business side of it. But as we sit here and we talking just player for player, the production element of it, why is it okay to take a D lineman who we don't think is like that versus a running back that we would all say, we think he is like that?
But I can't look at it because you said a big word, player to player. It's not player to player production. It's not that. It's more of, but it's the position, man. That running back position is.
But it matters, though. We're gonna say that, but then we say it matters.
But I can get me they can go get me a little like. I can put Debo back there if it get weird, like like I can. I don't know, man. Like,
but then we're gonna bring up the Saquons and the Derrick Henrys and what they done. We see what Bijan's doing in Atlanta. It's like, bro,
Saquon and Derrick
Josh
Henry
Jacobs, you know what I'm saying?
Running backs. Those are weapons. Those are different.
Oh man.
Those are different. Those aren't running backs. They're weapons.
Do we have anything close to what you would deem a weapon at the running back spot in this year's draft?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see any weapons
at running back?
Yeah.
I mean, there's some weapons out there. It is a weapon or two. But I don't know.
Yeah, because that's my whole thing. I'm just like, when we're talking first round or we're talking about who you paying, we all say the same thing. But when we look at some of these other positions and these dudes getting paid, it's like, bro, this dude ain't nice at his position and this dude is at his position. And we would all agree we use this dude more. But the conversation and the whole thought process, you're not supposed to pay him. You're not supposed to draft in the first round either. But yet we going to still say that we need these dudes and that they're impactful. So here we are. And I feel like, man, I just get stuck in that, like, it doesn't make sense part.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, it's the position, man, The position is just, it's tough. Like, it's just a spot where you just feel like you can put somebody there. And not to say it's because those guys are just weapons. Like Saquon, if you take a bad step, it's gone.
But he still play running back. He's still a running back.
He's a weapon, though.
I'm like, man, that's a running back. Derrick Henry, that's a running back, man. Them running backs, man. All right, man. RB's back. They matter again, man. Let them live.
Yeah, but he's just a weapon, bro. Like, they're different.
Weapons, separate category.
Running backs.
Yeah,
there's running backs and then there's weapons. Those are weapons.
Respect. All right. Whew. Next thing we got to talk about then, jeez, running backs and weapons. I'm really surprised you ain't think Jeanty was a weapon like that. But at the same time, hearing you talk and knowing that you was one of them super athlete linebacker, big safety type, I can see what you seeing. You like, yo, he ain't got enough juice to you. Whereas us phone booth type of dudes, we like, hey, bro, that look juicy enough. He look like got some juice, man. I ain't tripping on that. You know what I mean? So I can see what you seeing and why you might see it differently than, me over here. So respect on that. All right. A name that had popped up, man, actually multiple times now, man. A little bit after me and you talked on Monday, and then we've seen it come up again even today, man. Talking about Jaire Alexander. We obviously know over in Green Bay. Reports are obviously that, he's available, man. The Packers are open to moving him. Still has 2 years left on his deal. 2 years, $37 million remaining. So about 18.5 per year. He's 28 years old. But obviously we know that the way that this past season ended, it got weird in Green Bay. I'm not sure if you remember the whole Carolina Panthers game, man. He went out for the coin toss. He wasn't supposed to be out there. And then, and it was talking spicy in the post game in the locker room. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. But what's your thoughts on Jaire Alexander, man, and your overall interest level in him in terms of him joining the squad, man?
I'm a Jaire fan. Like I like Jaire. I like his game a lot. I like how he play. He's competitive. He's
super competitive.
Yeah, like he's like he makes me laugh. I enjoy watching him. I just enjoy his game.
Funny.
I enjoy how he acts.
He is funny, bro.
I'm a Jaire fan. Like I'm part of the nation. Like he's got a fan with me. So even when he went out there to the coin toss,
you are sick. You a sicko, bro.
I was on.
Of course you would love it, TG. Of course you.
The way he didn't blink about it, like
he was locked in. He said, "Yo, that's on y'all. They messed up." So I know I ain't forget this. They messed up. I got y'all. Yeah, I'm from here. I'm from here.
I'm from here.
Hey, bro. My man really said, yo, I figured y'all forgot, so I just went. I'm from here, bro. I'm from North Carolina. Ain't no way.
So I handle it for you. Come on, man.
TG, you would like that type of player. TG, come on, bro.
You know I like
TG,
that.
I know you like that type of player, but TG,
You know I
bruh,
like
that is wow. That is
know.
wow, bruh. That's
It
what
is
I'm
not even
saying.
that I like
That
that
is
type of
wow, man.
It's more, if you got the heart to go do something like that, and you come play quarter, bro,
Hey, look.
that means you are fearless out there. You not
Hey,
playing.
TG had the audacity to throw the shades on in the locker room
Do
post
the shades
game.
on, like,
Post
they
game,
must
like,
have
hey,
forgot.
I know I'm nice. Hey, I say, yo, that's crazy. And yo, this is nuts too, bro. I don't know why I just popped up on my TV. They got the Patriots Steelers game, man, the opening joint. You remember from back in the day. Yeah, that one, bro. I was like, hey, that's 5-7. I see my dog out there. Let's get it, man.
Okay.
Let's get it. Shout out to
Make
the
a
game.
play, man.
Shout out to the game, man. Shout out to the
Make
game,
a
man.
play.
But yeah, bro. Yeah. I'm just like, man, that is a different type of loud though, bro. When you can do that for the coin toss, first off, it ain't like we talking about, let me just sub myself into the game and take you out the game and it's a package. Bro, this the coin toss. This is loud, bro. Everybody's lights, cameras, actions, bro. So with the off season or with the off field things, shades in the locker room included, talking spicy about anybody and everybody. As it pertains to his on field play, his on field production, how you feel about him?
You love him. You know, one of the few that's truly
Say it. Mm-hmm.
gotten with Justin Jefferson.
Say it.
He's lockdown out there. He's
Justin Diggs. Yeah. He got a list. I didn't see him go with some ones. Yeah. He didn't win some ones, man.
He get Diggs a tough day, and a tough day, and he barks.
He going talk. He ain't backing down from nothing. He meet you at the locker. You coming out your locker room. He ready. What's up, bro? From the super duper early warm up, he ready on you, bro.
Come on. So I'm a fan. I like his game a lot. I like the whole. He was really respect. Jokingly, you the first one I seen just totally seatbelt. Like he made it look dope. Like,
it was hard. It was hard.
So I like his flow.
He got true
like
he got true man, like number one corner energy, bro. Like he's swaggy. He believe it. Yeah.
I like his game. I think he can play. I think another name don't sleep on, DJ Reed.
Oh yeah, I've seen him one. Yeah, I've seen him.
Don't sleep on DJ. Competes. DJ will be a really good Steeler. He's competitive. He's one of them, like, he's kind of give you a Revis body type, like a get after you, beat you up at the line, compete. I think he's a Steeler. Like when you're looking for the corner, obviously Jaire's the big name, but I think like a DJ Reed come in here and that's a steal. That's a guy. That's a playmaker. That's a guy.
I mean, you talked a lot. We talked a lot about Jaire Alexander, his situation, and what we like / don't like about him. Let's talk some DJ Reed though. I mean, obviously this is another dude, man. He's been playing opposite of Sauce Gardner, and we know that's been more of the bigger name. But we've also watched Jets games, and we've said, yo, that dude opposite Sauce is nice. He's physical as heck. He knows how to play this name, man. So what do you see when you see DJ? You obviously brought up a little bit of the Revis body type. Is he Revis man-to-man to you? Is he more zone off ball? What we getting with that type of dude, man?
He's a man corner.
Inside corner, outside corner, where we at?
Outside corner. Both names you named are outside corners that can man up, compete, and be opposite of I think Jaire. The reason I went DJ instead of saying Jaire, I think Jaire is the guy. Okay. Now I think you're saying words like JPJ's opposite Jaire, even though I think Jaire is. I mean, JPJ is the best in the league in a sense. I think Jaire is a proven best in the league. That's CB1 in a sense. You put that on your guy. Now you got two corners. I think DJ Reed come in. He know how to be that guy opposite corner one that get targeted all day, and he hold up pretty nice. He's proven to hold up.
Yeah,
I think
he's used to that life too of being opposite of that.
That's to the T is what I'm saying. Like he lived there for so long.
But I guess to just kind of play the devil's advocate with that. Speaking of the Jaire Alexander and JPJ potential setup, couldn't you essentially look at old school Jacksonville, Jalen Ramsey, AJ Bouye? Or I mean, or even no fly zone when you had your Akeem Talib, Chris Harris type vibe, like where you feel like you got two high end dudes that could play. Like you ain't intrigued in that either.
I think that's.
Or is it too high end? Is it too paid in there?
No, it gets no better than that.
That's my thing. I'm like, I think about how that Jacksonville, them corners, we looked at them and he was like, hey, bro, that they special down there.
Yeah, he love you to lock down corners. Like that's the prototype. That's what you want.
Come on now. Yeah,
that's what you want.
Cause I'm like, man, DJ Reed can ball, and we know that he's like, if we were gonna say the perfect number 2, he could be the perfect number 2 corner to JPJ, and we continue to trust in JPJ overall development, ascending, and everything that we hope and wish he could be. But the flip side is like, man, you can say bump that, and now you're going extremely high end when you have a Jaire Alexander on one side and then the young JPJ on the other side, and they both got that competitive nature in them. So now you're talking about them competing against each other, but also JPJ still getting that chance to, have somebody that he could be bouncing ideas off of, learning off of, stealing techniques off of, and stuff like that. I mean, you know how it is when you with a vet. Even if you feel confident in your play, it's just certain things that this dude has seen. It's certain things that he's experienced that you could just learn from. So when I think of that, that's what I'm looking at Jaire, and I'm like, man, outside of the potential chaos that he brings off the field, I'm like, yo, when it's talking about just balling, like, yo, he's a premier man-to-man corner. Like, he does that. He ain't the best tackler, but he got heart. And that's the other part I like. he ain't gonna knock you back, but he gonna shoot his gun. He's shooting.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I love it. I think Jaire's if you can get whatever, Jaire's the guy.
Yeah. All right. Respect on that. Well, last thing I'm going to have for you, man, before we get up out of here, because like I said, man, I know it's getting on the late end, and I know you on the grind over there, so big time respect, but appreciate you from the heart, as always. You already know that, player. I'm not going to be messy. They wanted me to be messy. I asked you about these report cards today, all right? I know you seen how they was talking about the team and how they talking about ownership. I'm going to stay away from that one, all right? Because we alumni, we don't want we don't want no problems, all right? We alumni, we don't want no problems. We love everything about everything, all right? All love is good. It's a great job. From top to the bottom, all right? We love them all. But
you ain't gonna give a report card on the teacher?
But yo, wildin'. Hey, you said if the students y'all get the grades, I don't care if it's anonymous, y'all still gotta go to the classroom, right? Oh, all right. You say less. You tripping. Everything good, boss man. Just keep the check coming, man. I just keep the check coming. Straight up, bro. I saw y'all playing, bro. Y'all tripping.
It's good.
Hey, TG, it's anonymous. What you want to complain about? Not a dang thing. All right, just the check hit every 2 weeks. The check hit, right? Nah, I ain't got no issues, baby. Just keep the comments coming, man. Keep them coming. Nah,
everything's good.
Straight up, bro. But did want to ask, man, obviously when we've talked about some of these quarterbacks, some of these backup quarterback, or just even competing for starting quarterback options, we have heard a plethora of names. We've talked about a lot of names, but another name that has popped up that me and you haven't talked about just yet that I do want to get your thoughts on, man. My man was down there in Dallas the past 2 years. Former top 5 pedigree pick, was out there in that Shanahan system as well. I'm talking about Trey Lance. How are you feeling about Trey? A couple years ago, he was the main man coming out of North Dakota State. Man, here we are now, a couple years removed. San Fran has successfully forgotten about him thanks to Brock Purdy. And, looks like Dallas is moving on from him as well because Jerry Jones said that, he's going to be moving on from him. So when Jerry Jones said, you ain't got to guess it no more. So here we are. How you feeling about Trey Lance, though, man? Is that somebody that you're intrigued by and you think he would be worth potentially bringing into the black and gold?
Yeah, I'm not mad at Trey Lance. I think if you shoot at Trey Lance, you should shoot at Tyrod Taylor.
Shout out to my dog Tyrod, but they two different groups though. But talk to me though. Why do you say that?
But they the same flavor in the sense of player 2, QB2. That is it their time? If you're gonna shoot at Trey Lance, shoot at Tyrod. You know, I think Trey Lance is the B version of that. I think.
Well,
you can
I
get
do
that
like
inside.
you said that he's the B version as you was referring to Tyrod, because that's from the crib. Shout out to the city. You know what I'm saying? If I got to take
Shout
a
out to
QB,
757,
you know I'm gonna
man.
take my dog Tyrod, baby.
Yeah.
You know what time we on? All right, Super Bowl champ and
Well,
Pro
man,
Bowler
with
Tyrod Taylor. Just make sure you put,
respect.
you know what I'm saying. If you're gonna say it, it's addressing the right way.
Say
You
it right.
dig? But
Okay.
I do like what you're saying with that, and I do think if we're saying just surface level, yes. In a vacuum, those are the same caliber of what you're looking for. And if you're going to do that, Tyrod's the more established, the more proven model of that. I agree. What I'm looking at more so, though, is almost a spin off of the Justin Fields approach. With Justin Fields, we think he has all of the intangibles, but we're worried about overall development and consistency going forward. But the thing that we love about him compared to a lot of these older quarterbacks is his youth. So when I look at Trey Lance in comparison to Tyrod, yeah, they both are athletic. They both have nice arms. They both present that dual threat profile. But Tyrod, we know, man, he in his 30s, man. It ain't gonna be a long-term thing with him. That's
Right.
if we got down bad, an injury, I know he can get me the rest of this season and we can feel good. He's not gonna crash the car. But that's not my long-term. We looking to have you for the future. Whereas when we talk Trey Lance, because of how young he is, very similar to the Justin Fields argument, that's such an intriguing part to him. When you look at the traits that he has, because he can throw, he can run, and obviously was a top pedigree pick. So that's
Right.
the only thing for me that when I'm thinking of Trey Lance versus Tyrod as QB2, if I'm looking for another potential low risk, high reward option, Trey Lance is the guy that I'm looking at like that. Whereas if I'm just trying to have a surefire, if QB1 go down, I know you got me. I'm going Tyrod. You see what I mean? So like that's kind of how I look at that.
I see what you see. I think if that's the case, and you're going to straight QB2 with a song, then you're looking more like Daniel Jones.
Okay.
With the song.
Yeah.
You know. But I think Trey Lance in terms of that backup, like he's a backup B right now.
So almost like QB3 dang near.
Yeah, like you're looking to go a little bit.
So
I think
what is it for you that makes you feel like that about him? Is it just the lack of like game snaps, production, or is it just that, yo, man, I just don't think he's good?
I just don't think we've seen the positive yet that we need to see to bump that up that high.
Okay.
Like that's because that QB2 is a person that you got.
You need QB2, bro.
Yes.
QB2 can make or break your season. Heck yeah.
QB2 is like Mason Rudolph straight now. Like, you know.
You brought up
guys
Tyrod. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
Jimmy
Tyrod.
Garoppolo's been a QB2 of lately
Jimmy
right now, bro.
Garoppolo.
Yeah.
Spencer.
Yeah, Spencer Rattler. It was
Spencer
Michael
Rattler.
Penix prior to being Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Now Atlanta talking about they
Yeah.
might be cool with Kirk being QB2. I'm like, QB2 is a hot seat, bro. Yeah.
QB2 is like, I'm ready to get in the game
Yeah.
right now.
The Drew Locks of the world. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, Drew
Sam
Lock,
Sam Darnold was a QB2 before it got
Sam
weird,
Darnold.
and you see how important it gets for you. Yeah.
You know, like things is like I'm trying to go help right now if I
Yeah.
need the help right now.
Now the chat
Right
saying that Justin Fields getting that convo too. That's what they trying to say. That's what
Justin Fields has been a QB2.
Yeah.
It's his time now though.
Okay. Respect.
Somebody's gonna give Justin Fields a shot. It don't come here,
1,000%. Somebody will.
gonna give
Heck
Justin
yeah.
Fields a shot.
Heck yeah. I mean, it was funny you brought up Tyrod, and I seen where the Jets, they said internally, some of them were saying that they would be okay if they don't hit on Shador or Cam, just simply rolling back and giving Tyrod another opportunity to, or give him the opportunity to be the guy out there. Yeah, I did. I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you know what you're talking about. I like that too.
No. I mean, you got the proven part with him, man, and he is a high floor player. But that was the part that, like I said, I was surprised you brought him up in comparison to, like I said, Trey Lance, due to the youth, due to, it was a top 5 pick and all the other hoopla that comes with it. You know what I mean?
I'm with you.
Nah, respect on it then, man. Respect. Well, all right then, man. Shoot. I think that's going to be good for us today, man. I mean, it's been another heck of a week, man. Shout out to you, my dog. Shout out to you, man. But shoot, man, other than that, man, what you got on the back end before we get up out of here? Anything good?
Man, only thing is, man, I don't love these automated first down systems that they about to bring into the game, man. You know what I mean? I like the human nature aspect. That little, let me slide this over a little bit.
You want to break out the index card? I hear you.
It's just ain't nothing like
the suspense.
That pre-game. I need a chain crew.
Yeah.
The humbleness of, hey, you're on the chains today, boss.
Hey, low key. If you work chain crew, heck. The humbleness of working the chain crew, like hey, humble your stuff. You got to start somewhere, big fella. You got to start somewhere. Hey, you better not get ran over either. And don't mess the yardage marker up. All right, yardage marker is more important than your health. Just remember that. Talk. My dog say, hey, bro, you gotta humble yourself. All right.
I love it.
Shout out to the Change crew, man. Shout out to the Change crew.
Don't get rid of the good people, man. Let's keep it human nature.
Hey, Change crew, low key, they like to check out people at Walmart, man. You start giving all the self checkouts, man. We losing the good people over there, man. I like the Change crew, man. You be like, you know what? You a real one, Change crew. You a real one right here, bruh. That was tough. I respect you on that one, man. Change crew matter, man. The Change crew definitely matters. All right. So shoot, man. That's it for you, my dog, though, man. Hey, shout out to you there, man. You know we're spinning block. Do it again next week. But as always, definitely appreciate you, bruh.
My dog.
All right, peace. Shout out Terence Garvin right there, man. If y'all was enjoying the convo with the homie, man, don't forget to hit the like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Always a good time talking with TG, current defensive coordinator of the Mike Vick led Norfolk State University Spartans. Behold, the great and the gold. Shout out my dog. Alrighty. Let's see what we have left. And I see y'all in here hitting that like button. I do see y'all in here tapping in as well. Like I said, on a Wednesday night, school night, and for the OG church folk, man, y'all might have had Wednesday night Bible study. Should be out of here by now. All right, so salute. But let's see, man, we had a couple that came in on the back end. So let's get those. Shout out to the support, though, for the channel from the heart. You know your boy really appreciates that. Tito with the good vibes, though, dropping an upper room membership, paying it forward per usual, being an absolute rock star, a super supportive of not just this channel, but kicking it with most of all my sneakerheads out there. And of course, you know how we do it over here. But yeah, man, loving it, man. So definitely appreciate you. And to that individual that you gifted the upper room membership to, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. And then the last super that just came in to end tonight's show. Shout out to the homie Mike Hood. Mike Hood says, support for my friend, Mr. Moats. Salute the TG and all the goats in the chat. Salute Yens. Let's go. Sign us a QB. Now, respect that you, Mike Hood, man. Definitely appreciate you from the heart. You already know that. For certain one of those guys, man, that rocks out with the channel on a heavy level and has been doing it so for a long time. They say it's been 663 episodes that your boy has been a part of. All right. And I've seen your name, talk to you plenty of times, man. So definitely appreciate your support, man, like no other. And to the chat, like I said, man, the channel is the channel because of how y'all support it, man, how y'all engage with the content and everything and everybody that gets a chance to be on the channel, from, like we said, Deke, from TG. When you talking about Dom, you talking Tyler, man, across the board, anybody that puts that content out, man, y'all be super supportive of it. So do appreciate y'all. So pat yourselves on the back for that as well. But that will, like I said, do it for today or tonight's show, man. Shout out to Tito with the good vibes. Said he was loving the show. Salute on that. And yes, X Concepts says Master Most, the goat of all goats. Now salute to you, man. Appreciate you from the heart. And hopefully y'all be enjoying the Master Most film sessions as well, man. Like I said, man, we're keeping the content rolling. We got film sessions that's out there. We got me and Dom on camera, multiple vids. We got me and Tyler on camera, multiple vids this week. We obviously talked to TG twice this week, and tomorrow, 4 p.m., if I remember correctly, start time for the show, and that will be phone lines open. All right. I can't just be the only one a part of these convos, okay? So, like I said, tomorrow, man, we will open up those phone lines, man, get your thoughts on some of these hot topics that we have been talking about and that are just surrounding Steelers Nation, man, whether we're talking about the Daniel Jones stuff, the Nick Chubb stuff, some of these running back meetings, these combine meetings, and everything in between. All right. But either way, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me the way that y'all do. Like I said, if y'all haven't hit the like button, hit it on the back end and don't forget to subscribe. But either way, I appreciate you for tuning in. And until next time, baby. Peace.